YouTube crew, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. Now, last night they introduced a brand new game mode called Totally Normal Rebirth Resurgence, which is anything but normal, but it is a ton of fun. So today, I'm going to be going over exactly what it is, how it differs from normal Rebirth, and of course, giving you some tips for success. Let's get into it. So I'm going to go ahead and roll some gameplay in the background here while talking to you about what exactly this game mode is, how it differs from normal Rebirth, and of course, give you some tips for success. Now, in terms of this game mode, first thing to understand is that it is a limited time game mode, meaning we have no idea how long it's going to last. It was conveniently pushed out on April 1st, so it might last a day, it might last a few days. We really have no idea, but it is a ton of fun to play. Now, right here, you're going to notice the first difference, which is Loadout immediately drops at the start of the game and drops in the same exact location for everybody, leading to extremely hot drops. Everybody, or a lot of players, are going to be trying to drop and get their loadout, which means you can get off to a great start, but you're going to have to play super fast, constantly moving, constantly being aware of people. And look, you don't have to drop this loadout to start the game. You can always drop somewhere else and then rotate over to this loadout. But if you do, be ready that there are going to be a lot of people around. Now, in terms of loadouts, the other thing that I want to say is that it differs game by game. You know, sometimes it drops prison, sometimes it drops control, you know, sometimes it drops chem, and I would recommend that you kind of pull a little bit early and really see where your loadout goes. In our scenario, it actually did not drop top prison, which is a huge advantage. You know, sometimes they fall down, sometimes they go down by the coast and they go everywhere. So you want to actually have a sense of where your loadout's going to be. Now, the second thing that really differs from this game mode, and this is where people are really dropping high kill games because they're using this to their advantage. I mean, like I said, I dropped a 40 last night, and we are definitely going to be breaking down that gameplay, is everybody has specialists throughout the entire game. So everybody has every single perk, for better or worse. Everybody has Ghost. Everybody has Tempered. Everybody has Restock, EOD, Quick Fix, you know, High Alert. Everybody has every single perk, which is a huge advantage for the aggressive players that are looking to stay in fights. You know, Tempered is a huge advantage. Constantly having stims is a huge advantage. So, you know, everybody is going to have Ghost. I think that's the biggest thing when I talk about tips for success for this game mode and things that you have to constantly be aware of, is that every single person is going to have Ghost. So you really need to be using your audio cues. You need to be constantly anticipating, having hyper awareness of people, and trying to figure out where people are using minimap pings. Of course, when we get a kill, we don't necessarily know what level that person is on because we don't get the dot, but we do at least get the ghosted ping. So you want to be using that, understanding are teammates around me or not, and understanding, you know, and then starting to clear those areas, because like I said, you're gonna have to have awareness here. The other thing that I will say is you want to constantly be anticipating people. You never know where somebody's going to be. There were a few times tonight, where, like right there, where I didn't even know that guy was there. I caught him late. Thankfully, with Specialist, EOD saves my life. But I didn't know that guy was there. I wasn't necessarily anticipating him. Now, this gameplay, if you've been here before, you know that I don't necessarily snipe, but this was the game after my 40 bomb, so I was taking it a little bit easier. But going back to what I was saying, you know, there were a few times where I was caught in a building running with my AR out because I wasn't anticipating a ghosted player, and it is what it is. So we want to constantly be anticipating people. In terms of some other tips for success is just going to be your pace of play. Constantly moving. You know, these lobbies stay really, really, really healthy. I don't know if the respawn timer is a little bit less, but people are constantly flying back in and constantly being aggressive with it. I think a lot of people are going to be setting PRs, setting new kill records in this game mode, especially because of Specialist. Look, there's no doubt that Specialist is a huge advantage, and you really want to be able to use that to your advantage to start getting more kills. Now, the other thing that I will say in terms of kind of major tips, and then we'll jump into starting to actually break down this gameplay here, is that endgame gets really, really, really spicy. You can farm lobbies very well, and that's one thing that I would recommend doing, is farming lobbies very well, because respawn never ends. Respawn never ends. So in normal Rebirth, we get to a point where respawn becomes disabled, and then it's kind of a fight for the finish here. By the way, if you've been here before, you know, look at this. Look at me making progress in the sniping world, and we wiped this team. That's kind of why we were wiping teams. It's just we were ready to just get another win under our belt. But look at that little snipe right there. Anyway, respawn never ends. So in normal Rebirth, we get to a point where respawn's disabled, and then it's kind of a fight to actually get the win. But in this game mode, it never ends. So you can go 6, 7, 8 circles and still have people flying back in. So you can really farm kills. Now, we don't want to lose a game because we're over farming, but it is a ton of fun to have 8 circles, still have 3 teams alive that you're getting kills. I mean, that's really how I got my 40 bomb. Quick tip for my snipers here, just take the shot. I just had that good clip. This one's not as good, but I'm just going to keep ripping shots here because if one of them hits, it looks really cool, and it looks good, and you get the down, and you get the third. So just keep taking shots. You never know what can actually happen. In terms of loadout, sniping is going to be... I think you can go with your normal loadout here. The one thing that I would keep in mind is, you know, your Owen gun, your MP40 are going to be a little bit better. You know, your OTS-9, you want to be a little bit careful about mag size because of the pace of play. You are going to be in hot situations a lot of the times, especially if you put yourself in them, you know, especially if you put yourself around the loadouts, you're going to be in super hot situations. I actually love the Owen gun. I'll leave my Owen gun build down in the comments below for you that I was running in my previous game. The other thing that I will say is if you are looking to get better Rebirth, I do Rebirth U's videos, Loadout videos, and my biggest thing is just giving you tips to increase your KD, to get better Rebirth, get more kills, get more wins. So if you are looking to get better Rebirth, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I do videos every single day, and I live stream on YouTube 4 days a week. So, you know, if you want to know when I'm posting, when I'm going live, make sure you turn on that notification bell as well. But overall, if you are looking to get better Rebirth, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I promise you that if you are looking to get better, you're in the right place. Now we're going to go ahead and rotate over here using the well gun. Unfortunately, I get caught in a really weird situation.
No question.
I end up trying to hit the jump spot. Jump spot's not broken, so I end up just sitting on this windowsill, and I get caught with a little bit. I get caught in a bad spot. I end up going down. Now, in terms of just another tip is loadouts. I actually think, I wasn't totally sure about this. I think you get at least 2, if not 3 free loadouts here. I know we bought the one up top at headquarters. We get the free one off the jump. I think, yeah, you get 3 free loadouts. Let me confirm that in a second with you as we roll this gameplay. You get the one immediately. You do get a free loadout after the first circle. So you get that second one. I think we bought the one up top, maybe. I'm not totally sure. That looks actually like a free loadout. So it looks like free loadouts are just going to keep coming, which is a huge advantage to actually being able to keep loadout guns and kind of stay alive and use the guns that you want. Now, as we're kind of wrapping up this game here, you know, I would just say that have fun with this game mode. We don't know how long it's actually going to last. Could be a few days. It might just be today and then it's gone. But just have fun with this game mode. You know, it's very fast-paced. If you want things to actually work on in terms of helping this game mode, you know, help you become a better player, I would say really focused on your pace of play, constantly moving, constantly repositioning, constantly clearing areas, thinking about where people are actually going to be so that you can start to pick up those higher kills. So the other thing is use Tempered to your advantage. Part of the benefit of Tempered is going to be getting kills without taking damage. You don't have to plate up as much. So just use that to your advantage. You're going to see this. I'm having a lot of fun here. We're out in the open. We're trying to go for some clips. I dead slide there. I think if I don't dead slide here, I'm able to snipe that guy. But we fly back in. Teammates stay alive. Right here, we got 4th circle. It's still up. And notice there's no respawn timer. So that's what I was talking about in terms of, you know, respawn never ending. There's not even a respawn timer in terms of when it's actually disabled. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit this throwing knife here. We're going to wrap up this win. I'm going to be doing that 40 kill breakdown, I think, tomorrow. I think I'm going to end up doing that 40 kill breakdown, taking a look at how I drop 40 kills in a single game, really focusing on pace of play and execution here. So I hope you found today's video helpful. Go enjoy this game mode for however long it lasts. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.